These shoes have a hidden secret, one that could lead to promoting wellness, improving sleep, reducing stress, and decreasing inflammation. Grounding or earthing is about reconnecting our body to the Earth's natural charge, to balance the excess of positive ions that are accumulated throughout our daily lives that can be detrimental to our well-being. It's not always accessible or socially acceptable to be barefoot, and you don't always want to be looking like the weirdo walking around the supermarket with no shoes on. Introducing these amazing new Pilgrim shoes from Vivobarefoot. Vivo have incorporated this amazing grounding technology to allow you to connect with the earth throughout your daily life in a shoe that looks normal. Conductive barefoot footwear allows you to connect on a deeper level by keeping you in harmony with the natural rhythms of the world around you. Let's talk about some of the things I like about this boot. I love this profile. It's based on one of my very favorite Vivobarefoot boots called the Scott. Now, if you are interested in checking out that dedicated review video on the Scott, then click this link here. But this look is very contemporary, it's very elegant, and I love the fact it's got this reinforced heel cup as well. This is only 360 grams in a UK size 8 or EU 42, and you can really feel that lightness in a boot. That's something that I've come to really enjoy. A light pair of shoes, you don't notice until you go back to a conventional pair, and having lightness within a shoe allows you to go further and experience more through this connectivity and through that barefoot feeling. So having a lightweight boots, they almost feel like a trainer in their lightness. So I really do like that. I like their metal hardware. I think that's zinc. It's made out of goat leather, so it's really soft and supple. They're a real joy to wear, and that sort of flexibility transfers really nicely through to my experience whilst in the boot as well. Hard for me to validate that grounding sensation, but I definitely feel a sense of well-being when I'm wearing these boots. Now, you could argue that is placebo and I am seeking a response when out in these shoes. I'm thinking, I'm wearing those grounding shoes, so I must be feeling more. However, placebo is one hell of a drug, and if I choose to think that, they do feel good, then they feel good, but that is also my felt sense. I enjoy wearing these boots. This is the tan colorway, and this is treated using a vegetable dye, I believe. So I would imagine that is non-toxic, which is a great choice for both me as the wearer and also the environment. They have a very sort of orangey terracotta look. It is a bold choice. If you do get opportunity to see them in the flesh, I would definitely go and have a look. The outsole is made up of a series of connective elements that create a pathway between you and the earth to allow that flow of electrons. They also have a connective leather footbed, which is stitched to the outsole with silver stitching to increase that connectivity. In a UK 8, they feel quite large for me, so at the upper end of what I would consider my size. As often as possible, I try to get bare skin contact with the ground. And we can all relate to the fact that when we go to the beach, we are taking our shoes off, we are in the sand, and then we're paddling around in the sea. And that is giving us that ion exchange that we seek with grounding. And it's great to see that this trend is coming back into fashion. In fact, the other day I saw Conor McGregor was out in his garden, hugging the trees with no shoes on. And he said,
"Little walk through the park to the gym, a bit of grounding, tree hug." I've been hugging the trees lately. It's a nice little feeling, yeah.
And that is something I can definitely relate to. We can do that in our garden, or we can come into a beautiful woodland like this and take our shoes off and get connected to the earth. And there are studies that are coming out which are confirming some of these things that we believe. But I don't necessarily need a paper to tell me how I feel. I feel better when I'm in nature. And whether you are skeptical about some of this earthing, or whether it is something that you are actively incorporating, I choose to be optimistic about this relationship that we have with the earth. Ultimately, this is how we would have evolved. We would have been connected to the ground, and then over time we would have fabricated or used leather or animal products in order to create a barrier between us and the ground and stop us getting sticks or getting cut. And over time that developed into fashion. But by incorporating something like the Vivobarefoot shoe, or just by taking your shoes off and getting connected with the earth, I feel better. And that is something that I actively incorporate in my routine. Are you that weirdo who's taking their shoes off and going around the park or in the garden? Let me know in the comments. Whether you are skeptical about the benefits of grounding and earthing, it is always a good idea to come into nature, giving yourself opportunity to rest your eyes, give yourself a nice panoramic vision, and give yourself a moment to come back into the present. I feel better when I'm out in nature, whether that's walking barefoot, hugging trees, or submerging myself in a body of water. Great way that you could connect with the world around you is just by taking your shoes off, and that is a zero cost option for you to get into nature and just enjoy being more connected to the planet around you. However, if you want to experience the freedom of barefoot shoes and even try this amazing conductive technology for yourself, check out the link in the description, grab yourself a discount and help support the channel. The YouTube algorithm thinks you'll enjoy this video next. Go on, give it a click.